Hello, hello. Anyone who's here right now? I'm excited to continue this game. I'm really, really enjoying this game. Last time I had a really good time with this game. Hang on. So, last time we had our first, non-tutorial real battle. And we beat the enemy commander. And I said that Haruka was useless, but she ended up I ended up pretty much beating the battle with her. So, maybe she's not useless. Sorry, but just taking a sip of some water. But I guess we'll continue. Day 8.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 8th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Even with Seregon, his automated announcements... Oh wait, I accidentally skipped that. Even with Seregon, his automated announcements keep playing like nothing's changed. We'll need to discuss what we do from here on, now that we're on our own. I should go to the cafeteria and meet up with everyone there. Seeing the monitor in blue calms me somewhat. The red it flashes whenever there's an alarm gives me a heart attack each time. Well, there's Shoma. Maybe this is a dumb question, but do you think there are any animals around here? If there are, I hope we're not frightening them or destroying their habitats too badly. You know, I never really thought about that. The only living things I've seen since we got here are the invaders. So, Shoma, if you're concerned about stuff like that, you really must like animals, huh? Yeah, I guess so. I enjoy spending time with them and learning more about them and stuff. Oh, that's cool. I like animals too. Really? You're a fellow animal lover, Takumi? Oh no, that means you have something in common with me. I'm so sorry. Don't worry, I'll keep this a secret. The last thing you need is to find yourself being lumped in with a creepy little flatworm like me. Quick, you'd better leave before anyone sees us together. I'll disappear into the background too. I'm good at that. Here I thought I'd found something that would make him open up and relax a little. His inferiority complex is even worse than I thought. I'm neighbors with Haruka? I didn't even realize I was neighbors with Haruka. Let's teleport to the cafeteria. Another day, another delicious meal. How can you eat at a time like this? What better time is there? Now that Siri's gone, we can enjoy any food we want, any time we want. This taco rice set meal is simply delectable. I've never eaten any rice this fluffy before. That's the part you're enjoying? It's even better if you put whipped cream on top. Really gives the dish an extra layer of sweetness. Does taco rice need to be sweet? Our conversation was interrupted by Haruko clearing her throat just loud enough to demand our attention. My apologies for spoiling your fun, but could you listen to me for a moment? I have an important announcement to make. What was it you wanted to tell us, Haruko? It's about our future plans. I'm assuming nobody has come up with anything yet? Yeah, I didn't exactly like Siri barking orders at us, but without him, we don't really have a lot of direction. Ido proved we can't escape on our own, so why don't we just cut loose and do whatever? Or we can keep fighting and see who gets the biggest killing streak. Loser has to slit their wrist right across their stomach. Are they cutting their wrists or their stomach? Never mind, I don't want to know. Why are we even talking about this? If the school falls, mankind's done for. We gotta stay and fight, commanding officer or not. We don't know for sure if that's true or if we'll still even get to go home when the time's up. We'll be in for big trouble if we have to stay here forever. Sharing a living space with a bottom-feeding parasite like me sure is to depress you. I wonder how mankind is going to be wiped out exactly. Hard to say. It must have something to do with whatever's in the defense room, though. Siri could have had the courtesy to tell us that much before he got himself killed. I'll be taking charge of the school in Siri's absence. Follow my orders and we'll be fine. Huh? Haruko spoke in such a matter-of-fact way, slipping it into the conversation so casually I didn't even register what she said until a few seconds later. Wait, what? You're going the what? I said I'll be taking charge of the school in Siri's absence. If you follow my orders, we'll be fine. Oh, hell no. Why's it gotta be you? We need a leader to help organize us, to give us purpose and direction. Without proper discipline, we'll never win the war against the invaders. The war? I've told you time and time again, this is war. We cannot afford to lose. For the sake of victory, you'll have to cast aside any and all unnecessary sentiments. Hope, despair, joy, fear. You don't need them anymore. You don't need to know why we're here or what we're protecting. You don't even need to think. Just do as I say and fight. Just fight. Invader attacks are only going to get worse from here on out. We need to be at our best and match them blow for blow. That means everyone here must fight. If you want to make it out of this alive, you have to be willing to put your life on the line. Risk your life to save your life. Kill others so that you may survive. That is what it means to be at war. Nobody had any response to that. Haruko's stance was an extreme one, there was no doubt about that, but nothing about it stood out as wrong either. Given the extreme circumstances we were in, it might even be the most logical way for us to proceed. Violent, heartless, but logical nonetheless. There you have it. That's how things are gonna work from now on. You may resume your meaningless prattle. Now that I'm in charge, you can rest easy. I will not allow us to lose. The cafeteria fell silent in the wake of that bombshell of an announcement. We didn't have the heart to make small talk anymore. The atmosphere was just too oppressive. Eventually, our new leader said she wanted to go and think through some new battle strategies and left us there alone. Feeling deflated, we gradually dispersed and went back to our rooms. Haruko in charge. I can't imagine anyone else could keep us in line, but still. All that stuff about not thinking and just following orders doesn't sit right with me. I feel like surrendering all control to her would be a bad idea. I need to do something to take my mind off all this. I've got plenty of free time. Maybe I'll just wander around and look for something to do. Free time. Okay, let's see. Who's in the cafeteria? Oh, Darumi is there. I kinda wanna talk to Darumi. Or let me see if I could upgrade anything in the training room. Okay, I need a 2 in linguistics. Oh yeah, I can upgrade Ido now, because he's part of the party now. Oh, and I have the stuff to upgrade him, so I might as well. Haruko's here. I don't really want to talk to Haruko though. Let's see. I'll go talk to Darumi in the cafeteria. Wanna eat some snacks with me, Takumi? I hate eating full meals. It's so much work. I'm fine having snacks for all 3 meals. You'll get sick if you only eat junk. You should really get more nutrients. I don't wanna. Nutrients will just keep me alive even longer. Huh? Isn't that a good thing? No. Getting old is as pathetic and is as pathetic as a boring manga that just keeps getting published forever. It's better to burn out spectacularly than fade away. I think living a short, fleeting life is so cool. She thinks it's cool to neglect her body. Can't say I understand how she thinks. Creativity went up by 6. Should I go talk to Darumi again? Maybe? Yeah, I'll do it. Where is she? Hey Takumi, come watch a movie with me. I want to show you one of my favorite super gruesome horror movies. Darumi showed me a terrifying gore fest of a movie. Creativity went up by 6. Okay then.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Looks like another day's over. Back home in the residential complex, I used to stay up playing video games and watching random videos online until late. I don't have nearly as many things to distract or entertain me now. Once night falls, all I can really do is go to sleep. Honestly, Takumi sounds like me. It sounds like a lot of people. And so, my 8th day at Last Defense Academy drew to a close. Day 9.
Up and Atom Troops! Time to rise and shine!
Oh, welcome, Zhongli. We're playing the exact same thing. You're playing this game too? You have a Last Defense Academy? This game is absolutely insane, by the way. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really good. How far are you into the game?
Get ready for your 9th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness.
You've been living in Last Defense Academy since it came out? I've been playing it. I started playing it when it came out too, but I'm only on day 9.
Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
You're like 65 hours into it, damn. Yeah, I'm only like 8 hours into it. Does it get even better? Because I'm really enjoying it so far. I don't know, I find it weird that Sere has been completely absent from the beginning of the game. I thought he would be more of a major character. It's morning. Haruko's in charge now, but what does that mean? Are our lives here going to be all that different from before? Anyway, I should head over to the cafeteria. Is it just us today? You can't really talk much about it without it being massive spoilers. Fair. I know the director would make a game that like has a lot of plot twists and turns and stuff. Kodaka, the creator of Danganronpa, loves to make stuff like that. Same with the other director, the one who made Zero Escape. Real slim pickings, huh? Is it me or are the ones who are missing? The cowards who refuse to fight? Yes, that's right. They usually come here in the morning. Why didn't they today? Because I told them not to. They're not allowed to use the cafeteria anymore. Huh? What? Why would you do that? Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that they went into debt making this game. And they need it to sell well or else Tokyo Games is gonna go bankrupt. I really hope it sells well too. It's strange that it's not on PlayStation though. I heard it only released on Switch and PC. And that they skipped launching it on PlayStation, which I'm not sure if that will affect their sales. My VTuber just got frozen. There we go. Last Defense Academy exists to protect humanity from the invaders. Anybody who won't contribute to that effort doesn't deserve to use its facilities. I played the first Zero Escape game. I haven't played any of the others. I should play them sometime. Isn't that pretty harsh, though? I have played all of the Danganronpa games, though. I played all 3 Danganronpa games. And I played Master Detective Archives Rain Code. Isn't that pretty harsh, though? The way things are now, they'll never come around. It's time to start cracking the whip. I'm not going to let up until they shape up and start showing some spine. Let up on what exactly? You're in no position to be worrying about others. I need you to be ready to defend against invader attacks at a moment's notice. Our time is precious. You will not waste it. Is that understood? Without waiting for an answer, Haruko got to her feet and left, and unshakably confident as ever. Damn, it's gonna be all business from now on, huh? This is madness.
Hey!
It does sound pretty Spartan. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. Trying to force our friends to fight might only make things worse. Not like they got any excuse to keep hanging back. None of us get any real choice here. It's like Haruko said, that's what being at war is all about. I get you though. There's such a thing as going too far. Wonder how else she's gonna put the pressure on them. I have a bad feeling about this. We ate the rest of our breakfast in silence. We were all feeling uneasy about what would happen to the rest of the group going forward. Once we were done eating, we went back to our rooms. How are they gonna eat if they can't access the cafeteria? I'm worried about what else Haruko might be planning. But it's been a couple of days since the last attack, and I'm starting to get antsy. I'd prefer to not just sit around. Maybe I'll go on like an expedition. Let me check the training room. Linguistics is still at 1. Well, where's the roomie? Oh, there she is. Should I just keep talking with the roomie every time? I don't know. What's the matter, Darumi? Did something happen? No, I just felt like crying. A person should have a reason to cry. Tears are supposed to mean something. Zero Escape 2, Virtue's last reward was Peak. He also wrote your favorite visual novel called Ever 17. I have never heard of Ever 17. I might have to check that out. And Remember 11? I might have to check those out. I've never heard of those. Let me search those. Ever 17. Is it on Steam? Oh yeah, I see it on Steam. Interesting, I didn't know about this game. Oops, I accidentally put on my happy face. Can I still go to do an expedition? Wait, which room do I go to do an expedition again? The entrance hall, right? The new version is unfortunately kind of rough according to the review. Oh, damn. I mean, it says it got mostly positive reviews on Steam, from what I'm seeing. The original Windows version is great. I'll look into it. I like Zero Escape. I didn't like it as much as the Danganronpa series, but it was a good game. I also want to play AI, the Somnium Files, if I'm saying that right. Also, talking is best until you can give gifts. Okay. I keep talking with the roomie every time, but maybe I should start talking with other people. I'll go talk to Aido. Aido, what are you doing here? I was analyzing the video from our defensive battle on the computer. Those games are also so good. AI Somnium Files, you played them? I wanted to work out the behavioral patterns of each type of invader and use that to inform our future battles. There's a third one coming? I didn't know that. I gotta play the first two. Maybe I'll stream them after this game, I'm not sure. Isn't this game like 100 hours? Like, it has like 100 endings and it takes like 100 hours to complete. Because I'm barely scraping the surface then. You really are a born researcher, huh? I never even considered analyzing this data. I'm not physically strong, so this is the only way I can make myself useful to everyone. Calculation went up by 3, analysis went up by 3.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
Most things are voiced, I see. Yeah, I wish it would be crazy if everything in this game was voiced, because there's so much dialogue, but I understand why.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
This game has like War and Peace levels of unvoiced word count. I wonder how much there is. I wonder how much there actually is. I think they said some languages or some, they didn't want to localize it to some languages because there were so much words. There was just so much to localize. So they only localized it to a few languages. Haruko's plan to pressure the others in the fighting still had me worried. She'd already banned them from the cafeteria. What would she do next? Whatever it is, I hope it's nothing too extreme. Dreading what the morning might bring, I slipped into an uneasy sleep, ending my 9th day at the last Defense Academy. It's gonna take me forever to beat this at the rate I'm going.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine!
Wait, Serei's wearing a different outfit. Is he not dead? Is he? Because he's clearly wearing a different outfit here. That's interesting.
Get ready for your 10th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Wow! Look at you guys, making it into double digits.
Is it like a tactic for him to like make himself disappear so that it got Aido to fight? Maybe it was his strategy all along.
In honor of this milestone, I'm giving you access to the rec room and the leisure lounge on the 3rd floor. I'll tell you all about how they work in person. See you there!
New facilities, huh? I doubt that in-person explanation is going to happen, though. We've only been here 10 days. It feels like a lot longer. We're really just getting started. And without Sere, there's a chance we could be here even longer than 100 days. No, I can't think like that. I have to believe I'll get through this and go home. Back to the Tokyo residential complex. Back to Karua.
Hey!
It'll all work out somehow. It always does. The morning announcement said the rec room and leisure lounge had been unlocked now. Maybe I should go check them out. Alright. So this is the rec room. Whoever built this place really did think of everything. It's one of the most normal places I've seen here, to be honest. It's not that hard to imagine a fancy academy having a room like this. Hey Takumi, you're scoping out the rec room too, huh? I thought this would be a fun place to hang out for sure. It's a major disappointment though. There's no edgelord manga or misery porn anime or hardcore eroges or anything. I'd be more worried if there was. Are we even going to be able to use some of this equipment now that Siri's not here to tell us how it all works? Don't worry, he left behind some manuals and stuff. Aido's reading one right now. I'm not so great with all these big words, or small ones, or phonemic awareness in general, really. And don't even get me started on my poor focus and lack of vocabulary. She's surprisingly thorough in her understanding of her shortcomings. So this is how I get gifts. That's a huge machine. What is it for? Aido's intently scanning the pages of that book. I wonder if he's figured anything out. Is that one of the manuals? What's it say? It seems to be for that device over there. Oh, that? I love Darumi. Darumi's one of my favorite characters in the game so far. What exactly is that? It doesn't look like any machine I've seen before. According to this, it's called a Giftomatic. A Gifto what now? Let me read you the introduction from the manual. True to its name, the Giftomatic is used to manufacture presents, charitable donations, and other doodads. Step 1. Select an item from the machine's extensive database. Step 2. Insert the required materials. Step 3. The item you requested pops out, whole and complete. Take advantage of this miracle of modern engineering to express your gratitude and affection toward your comrades and strengthen your esprit de corps. Or your esprit de corps. That's about the size of it. A gift-making machine? Kind of a weird idea, isn't it? Perhaps, but assuming it actually works as advertised, it's pretty impressive. I looked at the list of available items. It can make clothes, shoes, household goods, and even more complex stuff like auto parts and high-spec electronics. How about gory movies or games that were banned for being too extreme? Yes, actually. Seriously? It really is expensive. It sounds like magic or alchemy, maybe. I wonder how it works. Then again, the Revivomatic is just just as much of a mystery, and that hasn't stopped us from using it. Yeah, I guess not. Do you think giving gifts would help to alleviate some of the tension around here? I don't know. The difference between the fighters and non-fighters are a little too deep-seated to resolve that easily. You're probably right. What a pity. Gift making has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. Nice. It's like those capsule machines in the Danganronpa games. And the leisure lounge. This must be the leisure lounge. Looks like a nice place to relax. It's got a pool and everything. I like it. Not you. I'm talking about the room. Yeah, I figured that much. You wouldn't refer to me as it, would you? It's important to take time to rest and recover. Too much work can have a negative impact on your health. Oh, that's surprising. I guess even Haruko likes to let her hair down every now and then. Wipe that expression off your face. You can look at me like that all you want. I'm not getting into the pool with you. What? What kind of expression did I have? I prefer to relax on my own. Please understand. That's fine with me. I feel like leisure time with Haruka would just descend into an intensive training session anyway.
Huh?
Okay, I think I've looked at all the new rooms I have access to now. Maybe I'll go back to my room and think about what to do next. The format of this game is very similar to Danganronpa as well, like unlocking new rooms after a major event. Like in Danganronpa there were the trials, and then you unlocked a new floor of the school or something. In this game it seems to be the same, like there's a big battle, and then after you complete the battle you unlock new rooms. A rec room and leisure lounge? Honestly, I'm not sure how much chance we'll have to use them. Hang on, just checking something. What other kinds of rooms does the school have that we don't know about? When will we get to see them? I still have some free time today. What should I do next? I'm gonna go check out the gift room. The rec room. By giving characters their preferred gifts, your student activities will further boost your grades. Give your classmates different kind of presents to find out what they like best. You learn to love the combat after a while. I like the combat. The combat's pretty fun so far. Never been an SRPG person, really. What does SRPG stand for? Strategy? Key items can be obtained from treasure chest spaces and through progressing the story. Okay. Let me check it out. Strategy. I like Fire Emblem Three Houses, but that's pretty much the only other strategy RPG I've played. But I did really like Fire Emblem Three Houses. This game is sort of similar in its own ways. Oh, what do I need for this? I could make this. I could make most of these things right now. I have enough materials. No, I don't want to craft that. I'll craft the splatter movies and give it to Darumi. Oh, hey Lily, welcome in. Congrats on getting first. We unlocked this machine that makes gifts I can use. I can give to different characters, I guess. Your internet went down and you got distracted? Oh, your internet's back up, I assume? Yeah, gift machine. Being smart enough to take out an entire enemy force in one turn is pretty satisfying. Yeah, the last battle I did, I was on like my last character. All my other characters died. Oh, it was only Haruko left. Haruko won the battle for me. You're sending these messages. Well, you could have been using your phone, like your mobile data. Oh nice, Linguistics is level 2 now. Yeah, I said Haruka was useless last time, but she ended up saving me in the last battle I did. Preferred items. Each character has their own preferred items. Gifting these will maximize the increase to your grades. You can check each character's preferred items in their report cards, and you'll be given hints as you do student activities. There's a first-time bonus for any gifts you make for the first time, so gather up those hints and make all the gifts you can. Maybe I'll get another gift. You can filter gifts by pressing RB. Use the hints given during student activities to narrow down a character's preferred items using category and keyword filters. There's literally hashtags, and there's hashtags in the gift machine. I don't have any keywords right now. Why do I have no keywords? I can't make as much stuff anymore. Is there anything else Darumi would like? Let me see. What is Ido like? Loud? Oh no. He likes cleaning. That's it? You only get keywords by spending limited time with characters? I see. Alright. Small, cute animals. Haruka would probably like the hamster plushie. The meta is really to just try gifting what you would think, and if you don't get 20 or 10 out of 10, reload your save. I don't really want to have to reload my save, but if I have to, I will. I assume that Aido would like a glasses stand, because he's one of the few people that actually have glasses. But I don't know. I guess I could save and then try something else if it doesn't work.
This could actually be pretty useful. Thank you, Takumi.
Hamster is for Shoma? I thought it would be for Haruko. It says she likes small animals.
Eddie,
Did I get the max reward on that?
soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
After you played for like 30 hours, you just decided to look up the gifts. Fair. I think I looked up the gifts for Danganronpa when I played Danganronpa, so I might do that at some point, but for now I'll just try stuff.
Well then, good night.
Oh, that wasn't the perfect gift. Maybe I should reset. Let me see. Who would like the glasses then? Who else has glasses? I guess Haruko. Haruko and Aido are the only ones with, like, regular glasses. I guess Takamaru also wears glasses, but they're like sunglasses or something. For those with 2 stats, 10 out of 10 is max. For those with 1 stat, it's 20. I see there's a preferred items tab. I guess I could give it to Haruko. She's the only other person with glasses.
For me? I see. Thank you. This makes me happy.
Okay, I got the perfect on that. I see it went up by 20.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Today went by in a flash. One thing concerns me though. I haven't seen anyone from the non-fighting group all day. I hope they're okay. I doubt Haruka would stop with the cafeteria. She could have forbidden them from using other facilities as well. What's her next move going to be? Will all this really motivate them to get onto the battlefield with the rest of us? There's not much I can do for now. I'll just have to see how it goes. With nothing else to do, I got into bed, and within a few minutes, I was fast asleep. Day 11.
Up and Atom Troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 11th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Time to get up. Just as I was hoisting myself out of bed and getting to my feet, something interrupted the quiet morning atmosphere.
Huh?
Sounds like somebody's here, but... it's quiet. Too quiet. Something doesn't feel right. Huh? I took a few hesitant steps toward the door, then took a deep breath and opened it, only to find... Terumi? Is something wrong? Yo-ho-ho. Oh, Takumi, you sweet summer child, you. You really haven't noticed? I'm exhausted. I can't take it anymore. So hey, you wanna come die with me? Huh? Once we're dead, the pain will be gone. We'll finally be at peace. Come on, it'll only hurt for a second.
Let's just die. Die, 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 die.
Damn, she really is the Nagito Komeda of this game. Most mentally stable person with blue hair. I know, right? What? Hey, hold on a minute. Oh, it was just a joke? That was all a joke? Seriously? No, Terumi would do that unironically. She would do that unironically, so I didn't realize. Just kidding, man, you should have seen your face. You've been Terumi, bruh. She's gonna bra me? She's so cool, she turned her name into a verb. How was it? I totally had you, didn't I? I thought a nice joke first thing would help cheer you up. That was hardly what I call a nice joke.
Hey!
What are you doing here anyway? I'm on a mission from our glorious leader. She told me to get all the non-fighters together in the cafeteria. Really? Haruko's letting them back in? Yeah, to be honest though, it's kind of a drag. Think you could help me out? Misery loves company, right? Didn't Confucius say that once? You've got a weird way of asking for help, but I guess I can give you a hand. Gracias, muchacho. Now I won't have to go through with my contingency plan. Oh well, there's always next time. Tell Gaku and Tsubasa what's up, alright? Okay, thanks, bye. Terumi waved goodbye with a cheery smile, completely at odds with the creepy stuff she'd been saying. I could fix her, but whatever is wrong with her is much more interesting. I just have to tell Gaku and Tsubasa to come to the cafeteria, right? That should be easy enough. I'd better get going. This is Gaku's room. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I rang the bell by the side of the door. After a little while, the door slowly opened. Oh, it's just you. What do you want? Haruko said she wants everyone to meet up in the cafeteria. For real? Us too?
Uh,
Ugh, what'd she want this time? I just know it's nothing good. That girl's got it in for me. And it's not just her either. I bet all of you think us non-fighters are nothing but dead weight. No, not really. I said this before, but you guys are the weird ones, you know that? Regular people don't just go from living normal lives to fighting monsters without a second thought. I get what you mean, but... Fine, Haruka wants us in the cafeteria, I'll go. If I don't, it'll only get worse for me, right? Man, oh man, what rotten luck. After several dramatic groans, Kaku skulked off in the direction of the cafeteria. Where the weird ones were fighting? Don't go thinking I don't know that. I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. This is Tsubasa's room. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I ring the bell by the side of the door. After a little while, the door opened with a clatter. Takumi? What is it? I'm on messenger duty. Haruka wants us all to meet up in the cafeteria. All of us? Even the non-fighters? Yesterday she told us we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. Has she taken that back? Haruka said that? She really has been cracking the whip. Who knows? Maybe she wants to apologize. She has been pretty harsh on you guys lately. Come on, you don't believe that. This is Haruka we're talking about. Yeah, I know. Just so you know, no matter what she does to us, I'm not joining the fight. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. That kind of stuff just isn't possible for me. Still looking like she might burst into tears at any moment, Tsubasa slunk off in the direction of the cafeteria. Alright, I've done what the roomie asked me to. I should head to the cafeteria with the rest of them. Why is Haruka getting us all together, though? I can't imagine I'm gonna like what happens next. Let's go. Alright, everyone's here. I guess now we'll find out what this emergency meeting is all about. What is Haruka up to this time? Hey, can we have something to eat before we start? I'm so hungry I'm getting stomach cramps. Of course, I wouldn't want you to think I'm totally heartless. Here's some disposable chopsticks I found in the trash. Feel free to grill them or have them raw if you prefer. You are totally heartless. Haruko, please, give them some real food. I can't bear to see them like this. Very well, help yourself to dry bread. One per person. Just one slice each? We may have surplus food supplies in the refrigerator, but that doesn't mean they're unlimited. We need to use our resources wisely. Wasting them on freeloaders would be the same as throwing them away. Freeloaders? Come on. That's fair. I've always been a useless freeloader. Even the air I breathe probably could be used more productively somewhere else. Let's move on. You're probably wondering why I summoned you here today. So, why did you ask us to come here? Kaku, Tsubasa, Ima, Kako, and Shoma, the non-fighters as we've been calling you, I have decided you are going to leave this school. Huh? What do you mean leave? You're kicking us out? Kicking you out. What a delightful turn of phrase. Yes, I'm kicking you out, and if you won't leave of your own accord, I will make you. That's all I have to say. Why don't you get going and save us all a lot of trouble? We need to overthrow her? Yeah, I don't really like her. What, right now? Haruko, have you lost your mind? Why would you do that to our friends? Why do you think we've been brought here for one purpose and one person only, to fight? She's taking the word girl boss too literally. Anyone who can't or won't do that has no place here. So why not get rid of them? If the invaders get distracted by hunting them down in the ruins outside, at least they'll be serving a purpose. What, as decoys? Try to stay alive as long as you can. The less time the invaders spend on the school, the better. The reason they are there is not to fight, but to protect. Yeah, true. You should be grateful. I'm giving you a chance to make yourselves useful. Even then, I doubt I'd make much a difference. I'd just get stepped on like the cockroach I am, and that'd be the end of it. Haruko, are you for real right now? You can't go through with this. It's going too far. Don't waste my time with meaningless objections. I'm leading the school now, and what I say goes. Don't think, don't argue, just obey my orders. But it's so extreme. Can't you go a little easier on us? You really don't understand the position you're in, do you? Let me ask you a question. Why should we be expected to fight to protect you when you do nothing in return? Huh? Well... You see? Now, no excuses. Pack up whatever personal belongings you have and leave. Seriously? Right now? If such a simple task is beyond you, I don't mind helping you along. I'll make you leave by force if necessary. Wait, Hiroko, please. This is all too sudden. Can't you give them some more time? Time for what? Well, if you spring this on them out of the blue, the lesson won't really sink in, you know? Alright, you got 5 days. Huh? 5 days. You got until day 16 to make your choice. Fight alongside us or leave forever? Just 5 days? If you do decide to fight, I'll give you a little test on that day instead. I wouldn't want you telling me what I want to hear and going back on it later. What kind of test? You'll find out when the time comes. I think that covers everything. As for the rest of you, remember to stay on guard in case there's an attack today. With her customary brusque attitude, Haruko said all she had to say and left without another word. This is just too cruel. We're supposed to be comrades, friends. Friends? Yeah, right. I bet you couldn't wait to get rid of us. That's not true. If we all work together, I'm sure we can get Haruko to change her mind. Come on, man. You really think she's gonna back down now? We still have to try. Just let it go, okay? If we're getting kicked out, we're getting kicked out. Nothing we can do about it. Makes no difference if it's now or in 5 days. It's still better than being forced to fight. Are you sure about that? I mean, once you go outside school grounds. I know. Sheesh, it's bad enough that we're gonna die out there. I don't need you reminding me. Whatever, I'm done. This school, this war, the whole saving humanity thing, it can go to hell for all I care. My whole life's just been one long string of rotten luck. Why does bad stuff always happen to me? I better end up as a billionaire or something in my next life. After everything I've been through, I deserve to catch a break. They do outnumber her. She just has such strong authority on them, I guess. Still raving to himself, Gaku stomped away, just as unwilling to hear us out as Haruko had been. He sure is freaking out, huh? I mean, can the roomies really gonna put up with this? The roomies seem like the last person that would just let people order her around. I think I know how he feels. Not that I'm putting Gaku in the same category as a sniveling worm like me. But I get what it's like to be so totally unsuited for combat that you can't even imagine having to fight for your own survival. Even our peaceful modern-day society was too competitive for me. How am I supposed to cope on the front lines of an actual war? don't talk like that. You can't just give up. I wouldn't call it giving up. I'm just recognizing my limits. Too useless to live, too cowardly to die. It's a miracle I even made it this far in life. Well, not so much a miracle as an unfortunate oversight. This is simply nature's way of correcting it. Shuma gave a formal bow and left, making as little noise as possible. Shoma. I get where Haruko's coming from, you know? It's not fair for us to hang back and let you do all the fighting. But doing anything else is really out of the question for me. Seriously, it's just not gonna happen. Tsubasa. I think I must have been sent here by mistake or something. It was probably only a matter of time before I got kicked out anyway. That's the same as saying you don't care if you die out there, you know that? Yeah, but at least then it'll be all over. At least then I won't have to deal with all these confusing feelings anymore. I could see tears welling up in Tsubasa's eyes. Before I could say anything to comfort her, she was gone too. We sure do have a lot of Debbie Downers here, don't we? Given the circumstances, I guess that's only natural. You used to be one of us, Mr. Aotsuki. Why do you have to betray us and join the Battle Freaks? I don't think I betrayed you exactly. What should we do, brother dearest? Don't worry about a thing, sister dearest. I have a foolproof plan. You do? Yes, but I'm afraid I can't say more than that. The element of surprise is a big part of it. I'm gonna be right back for a second. I want to go get some more water. I'll put on the BRB screen. Alright, I'm back. Fine, keep your secrets, but you know there's still time to change your mind, right? I don't think so. Even if we do get thrown out of here, that hellish wasteland will be a paradise so long as I'm with my dear sister.
Whew.
As such, there's nothing more to discuss. We'll be going back to our rooms now. Be sure to fight with all your might to protect us from the invaders. Oh hey, stream guy. Welcome to the stream. Oh, you redeemed the cheese. The Tsukumo twins left the cafeteria arm in arm, each wearing a different expression, like a pair of sock and buskin masks. Damn, ain't a single one of them willing to fight, not even to save their own skins. Hang on, just gonna be on this spot.
Hey!
I don't think Truko is bluffing either. If they don't come around, she really will force them to leave. We've got 5 days. Isn't there anything we can do? She gave us that extension pretty easily, don't you think? Now that you mention it, Takumi barely had to say anything to get her to go along with it. Maybe she was expecting us to plead on their behalf. This could be another part of her plan. I think Haruka wants us to use these 5 days to convince the others to join the fight. So that's why she agreed to it right after I stepped in. She was planning to give us all that time all along. We're all just dancing to her tune, huh? Man, that pisses me off. I don't like it either, but if we want to save everyone, this is the only way. Okay, but how's that gonna work exactly? None of them seem like they were gonna budge on this. Yeah, I wonder why they're so dead set against fighting. I can only imagine it must be for personal reasons. In that case, we'll need to get them to share what those are before we can even begin to convince them. But how? Don't seem like they're willing to spill the beans. You're right. We need to get them to open up to us first. I have an idea. Why don't we sneak them some food? Food? Yeah, I'm sure they're all starving. If we can fill their bellies, there's a chance we can get them to open up to us a little. Tempt them with some bait, huh? Sounds like a plan. At least it's simple. So we gain their trust with food, then try to convince them to fight? Sounds like a major hassle. Who do we get to do this? In response, all eyes in the room turn toward me. I should have seen this coming. Alright, I'll do it. Sorry, but you heard Ima. They already consider me a traitor. I probably wouldn't get anywhere with them. All this subtlety and planning crap ain't really my thing, and you know Darumi'd only make it worse. Hey, I didn't even have to come up with my own excuse. We'll still help you any way we can, of course. Yeah, you can count on us, not like we got anything better to do. Heck, it'd only reverse your social links with us if you try to do it all yourself at this point. Thanks, guys. We got 5 days. Let's make the most of them. So it's up to me to convince the non-fighters to start fighting. I'll work something out. I have to keep believing that. After taking a moment to outline our goals going forward, Aido, Takamaru, Darumi, and I went back to our rooms. 5 days. Just 5 days to turn everything around. Convincing the whole group right away is probably too much to ask for. I should pick 1 or 2 of them to focus on. Tsubasa, Shoma, Gaku, Kakao, and Ima. Those are the 5 I'm trying to persuade. It seems like they're just going on with Haruko's plan. They're not really trying to fight back. I don't know why they're like so scared of one person against like 10 other people. Of the list, Tsubasa seems the easiest to persuade. She doesn't seem as stubborn as the others. If I give her an impassioned plea, she might come around. Okay, the first one I'm going to try to convince is Tsubasa. With that decided, I should head over to her room. I'm sure she's hungry. If I bring her some food, I bet she'll at least hear me out. I'm kinda getting tired of reading all this dialogue. There's a lot of dialogue. But I'll keep going. Yeah, Chong Lear was saying there's probably as much dialogue as War and Peace. I'm gonna save, just to make sure. Where's Tsubasa's room? Okay, it's right there. I rang the doorbell to Tsubasa's room. After a short while, the door slowly opened. What is it, Takumi? Is it Haruko again? If you don't mind, I just want to be left alone. Actually, I came here on my own. Here, I brought you something. I figured you'd be hungry. Are those sandwiches for me? Yeah, gonna be a lot of streamers losing their voice with this one. Yeah, I'm already starting to kind of lose my voice. I'm gonna go for at least 2 hours of stream, though. Are those sandwiches for me? Yeah, I thought we could sit and eat together. It's just that I don't want Haruko to catch us, so would you mind letting me in? Of course, come on in. Welcome to my room, you beautiful sandwiches. You too, Takumi. What am I, a consolation prize? The moment the door closed, Tsubasa pounced on the sandwiches. This game would work well for like a voiceover collab or something. Yeah, it would. I don't know who I would collab with. The moment the door closed, Tsubasa pounced on the sandwiches. Oh, this is what I've been missing. I've been craving moist bread since we got here. I never want to see dry bread ever again. It makes my mouth feel like sandpaper. She must have been starving. She scarfed down the sandwiches in less than a minute. Phew, I'm stuffed. Thanks, Takumi. You're a lifesaver. Now I don't have to eat dry bread today. Have you just been living on dry bread since Haruko banned you from the cafeteria? I like Tsubasa. She's probably maybe my second favorite character. That bread is so dry. I had a nightmare last night where I was stranded in the desert. Hey, would it be too much to ask you to bring over some moist bread from time to time? No problem. I can try to sneak you some bread or rice balls. Really? But in exchange, would you open up to me? Huh? Open up to you? About what? The reason why you won't fight. If you have some reason, I'd love for you to tell me. I should have expected this. Is this what you were after from the start? Sandwiches were to bribe me for information? Sorry, Tsubasa. I know I'm taking advantage of your desperation here, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I just want to understand where you're coming from. Okay, fine. But in exchange, I'm gonna want some more moist bread later. She let out a deep, resigned sigh and began to share her inner thoughts. You would put out for a good sandwich? Look, I feel bad about it. I know it's unfair for me to stay where it's safe while you guys go out there and fight. But fighting is difficult for me. It's a physical thing.
Huh?
What do you mean? Tsubasa? I can't keep it down. Keep it down? When I get nervous, it comes out, and not just a little bit.
Hey!
Is she talking about her vomiting? When what comes out? I don't understand what you... Puke. I puke, okay? Huh? That's just how I'm built. When I get nervous, I hurl. Her whole reason for not fighting is puke? That's her entire reason? It's not something deeper than that? Come to think of it, Tsubasa is always retching. That's why if I ever fought the invaders, I turned the battlefield into a sea of vomit. You really want to get showered by my puke? I mean, yeah, but I was expecting it to be something deeper. Like, to share her deep emotions or something. Would you even be able to fight under those conditions? What if my puke got into your eyes? Do you take medicine or something? It's a physical thing, and medicine doesn't help the issue. I've tried all sorts of things since I was little, but none of them work. Who has deep emotions these days? When I get worked up, it just comes out. Even now, I'm picturing myself fighting the invaders. Are you okay? Oh god, no. No, I can't keep it. Tsubasa vomited all over the floor. She immediately pushes me out of her room, tears welling in her eyes. Phew. That's a tough thing to live with. She vomits whenever she's nervous. She's right that she won't be able to fight if she's constantly puking. I can't blame her for refusing. But there's a chance she'll fight if she can overcome this issue. It didn't seem like she was unwilling to fight. If only I can find out a way to suppress her nausea. How, though? Puking is... Puking? Ido, how long have you been there? I just came by to see if I could help with anything. So what is this about puking? I hate to air out someone's personal health struggles, but this doesn't seem like something I can solve on my own. Maybe I can ask him for some advice. Alright, just keep this between us, but... I proceeded to tell Ido about Tsubasa's tendency to puke. I see, so that's what she's been dealing with. That sounds tough. Yeah, I want to help her, but I don't know how. She hasn't found a successful remedy on her own, right? In that case, maybe it's better we just assume she's going to vomit and plan around that instead.
Huh?
What do you mean? Like having her bring a high-quality sick bag or something. Sick bag? Like the bags they have on buses? I suppose if she uses the bag when she had to, she wouldn't have to worry about getting puke everywhere. But do they even have sick bags here? High-quality ones at that. What about using that Gift-O-Matic in the rec room? The Gift-O-Matic? Yeah, if they don't have them there, we just need to make them. Seems like it's able to make most things. It's worth looking into. We headed over to the rec room together to check out the Gift-O-Matic. That's so not workable, dude. Her poor throat. Yeah, honestly, I can't imagine the acid reflux from that. A fashionable sick pouch? Really? It looks like a fashionable pouch at first glance, but it contains an odor and liquid-proof barf bag. A fashionable sick pouch. This looks perfect. Tsubasa is sure to open up if we give this to her as a present.
Huh?
The materials we'll need are string, a plastic bag, and a fashionable pouch. String and plastic bags seem easy enough to find, but a fashionable pouch may prove tricky. If anyone's likely to have a pouch, it'd be a girl. Maybe I can negotiate a trade of some sort. I'll look for a fashionable pouch if you can handle the string and plastic bag. And so, Ido and I split up to gather the materials we needed to make the sick bag. Now, where to start? I guess I'll just ask everyone. Okay. Give Tsubasa a heartfelt gift to persuade her. Persuasion missions. Talk to other characters to gather information about what you should get her. You might also need to go exploring to get the materials you need to make the gift. Give everything you have to persuade Tsubasa. Well... who do I ask first? Darumi? Hang on a second. Okay, I'm already on this floor. Right? Where's Darumi? Didn't it say Darumi was here? Where's Darumi? It says she's on this floor. Is she in the infirmary? No. I'm confused. Do you think you saw her for like a split second? Am I just running too fast by her? I don't know. I've already fully looped around the hallway. Oh wait, here she is. Never mind.
Huh?
I don't know why I couldn't find her. Darumi, do you have a fashionable pouch? If you do, could I have it?
Huh.
I don't use them. I just dump all my makeup in my bag. I even throw my mirror in there raw dog, so I always end up cutting my finger on the cracked surface. Right, you should be careful. I always imagined that all girls carried around pouches and accessory bags, but I guess that's not the case.
Yeah!
I mean, I might not have one, but I got some ideas where you might find a pouch.
Huh?
Really? Back around where we found Ido, I found what looked like a dilapidated cosmetic shop. I memorized where it was so I could go maybe pick something up from there later. Can you tell me where it is? I got the general coordinates of the cosmetic shop from Darumi. If I can't find a pouch somewhere inside the school, I'll go check this place out later. Who else do I need to talk to? A fashionable pouch? I don't have anything like that. I've never even used one before. Not even once? We don't even carry around bags or wallets. We would only be targeted by robbers if we did. We tie all our valuables to our bodies so that they're secure. That's just being street smart. Yes, we literally keep things on our person. Reminds me of the nights we spent sleeping on the streets, me snuggling up against my sister Dearest. We were pressed up very close. What kind of horrible struggles did these go through? You can have a piece of string. I recommend you tie your valuables to your thigh. Thanks, I'll do that. Well, I didn't find a pouch. I managed to get some string. That's progress, at least. Looks like a shoelace. I don't know why Takamaru would have a pouch. How's it going, Takumi? Are you getting anywhere with them? Still working on it. I talked to Tsubasa, but it's a little complicated. I have a feeling that she will choose to fight with us. Yeah, bike lovers ain't no cowards. Bike lovers? Does Tsubasa like bikes? I mean, all vehicles, really. She's a huge mech geek. She really knows her shit. Never met a girl who knew more about bikes than me. That much, huh? Apparently her grandpa runs a workshop. She hung out there every day when she learned how to be a mechanic. You know, I vaguely recall her saying something like that before.
I wonder if the workshop's still standing after all that.
Workshop.
They should give her a mecha?
Oh, it's just a little garage I run with my grandpa. We mostly just tune up cars, but we do other stuff too. I've always liked tinkering with machines, so I've been watching my grandpa work ever since I was little.
Her grandpa's workshop, huh? I should file this information away. It might help me convince her. By the way, Takamaru, you know where I could find a fashionable pouch? A what? Yeah, I knew it was a long shot. Look, Takumi. I found a plastic bag. Nice one, Ido. One item down. Let's keep this up. Where should I look next? Any ideas? You seem pretty upbeat. I don't know, I'm just having fun. It feels like a treasure hunt. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, so I never got to hang out with friends like this. I mean, we're not exactly playing around here, but whatever. He found one of the items after all. Well, we got string in a plastic bag, but we came up short on the fashionable pouch. Yeah, but I got a lead on where we might be able to find one. According to what Darumi told me, there's a cosmetic shop where we found Ido outside the school. We'll go check it out tomorrow. We're just going straight into it. Ready to go hunt for that fashionable pouch, Takumi? Guess we're just going straight for it. Treasure chest spaces will now appear during explorations. Landing on one will grant you a key item needed to unlock a gift. You ship Ido and Takumi getting to a homoerotic buddy situationship? By obtaining key items from treasure chests, you'll be able to make new gifts with the Gift-O-Matic. Many characters' preferred items can be made from key items, so try to land on treasure chest spaces whenever you can. Okay, let's head for the cosmetic shop. It's somewhere around the spot where we found you. Then that should be in that direction. Search start. Let's see. I see the treasure chest icon over here. And I see one over there. There's a lot of them, actually. You find some small flowers. They may be useful as a raw material. It took damage. Damn. You gingerly reached out a hand and a bee flew out of the bud. You were able to pick flowers, but Takumi was stung in the process. Did they forget a space? Did they forget to put a space in between those two words?
We did it!
I'm not gonna land on the treasure chest if I go for 3.
Say when.
We better get moving. Allow me to trim down their numbers. Let's do this! Yeah! All right.
I still have 4 AP. Damn.
Let's go. Yes, leave it to me. I've got this. Got it. My turn. I guess it's my turn. I'm ready whenever. You're in the way! All well and good.
I have so much AP to use.
Let's do this! Take that! I guess it's my turn.
I'll just end my turn. I'll just end my turn now.
I'm spent.
The creases to attack and move stats can be removed by taking a defensive stance, as well as overridden by stat boosting effects.
Ready when you are.
I'm ready whenever.
Here we go. That's it. Let's do this. There.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna... Wait, can I get to that? Am I gonna skip over it?
What?
Oh no, I got it. You were suddenly unable to move. You've been caught in a huge spider web. You made things worse and got even more tangled in the web. You managed to escape, but some of your belongings got caught and you had to leave them. Rip.
We did it.
R.I.P. Rip out of your clothes is like a fanfic option. Look, Takumi, we got a fashionable pouch. Now we have all the materials we need. Remembering that the bigger enemies always give back 1 AP when killed, I didn't know that. I don't remember the game teaching that. I'll remember that then. I didn't know that the big enemies gave 1 AP.
Aha!
Yes, we made a fashionable sick pouch. We did it, Takumi. I'm sure Tsubasa will feel relieved when we give this to her. Yeah, it'll eliminate her issue with fighting with us. The game never taught it? Yeah, I don't remember it teaching that. Weird. I don't think that this will totally eliminate her issue, if I'm being real with you guys. Of course, just because we eliminate her reason for not fighting doesn't necessarily mean she'll join us. If it comes to it, you're going to have to remind Tsubasa for her reason of fighting. Yeah? What's that? The important people we left behind at the Tokyo Residential Complex. Things people need to protect. I'm sure if you remind her of that, she'll get on board. The important people we left back in the residential complex? So, someone like what Karua is to me? Not only do we eliminate her reason for not fighting, we need to remind her that she has a reason to fight too. Seems pretty challenging. I guess there's no point being negative. I'll go swing by her place then. Takumi, why'd you come back? Look, I'm sorry, but could you give up trying to get me to fight? You saw it for yourself. I puked all over the place. Having a pukey girl like me on the battlefield is only gonna cause everyone trouble. Wait, you're giving this to me? Wow, it's such a cute pouch. But why are you giving me this? Wait, are you trying to bribe me again? You don't need to be so alarmed. I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. Could you tell me again why you're so adamant about not fighting? Say the right things to Tsubasa as she shares her worries and convince her to fight. You can choose what to say by pressing the trigger twice. The number of options may increase as the conversation progresses. If you choose the right response, the persuasion rate will increase. Bring this gauge to 100% to successfully persuade her. Even if you fail, you'll be able to try again from the last failure point, so don't worry and just do your best to persuade Tsubasa. Alright. This is interesting. I already told you why I can't fight.
It's because it comes out when I get nervous. I start puking like a fountain in a fancy park. I know I'm going to puke if I ever fight against those invaders. And it's gonna get everywhere. I mean, I don't mind if I puke on myself, but I know you guys would get caught in the crossfire. Puke
I don't
flies
think
farther than
saying
you
that
think.
would help.
Plus, it smells and...
Nice.
Just use that sick bag.
What? This is a sick bag? It's a fashionable sick pouch. I know it looks just like a regular accessory pouch. I've never seen a sick bag that looked this cute. I wouldn't even be embarrassed to carry this around in public. If you're gonna spew, spew into this. That way you won't cause trouble for anyone else. This is such a random game mechanic, and it really isn't that well thought out all that well. You may get lucky or you may not. I see. You can puke wherever you need to.
You don't need to be afraid anymore.
So how about it, Tsubasa? Will you fight alongside us now? You can't lose. I'm sorry, Takumi. I know you went through all this trouble and everything, but I really don't think I can fight. Why not? Your puking issue should be solved now. I can't just puke in front of everyone like it's nothing. I'm sure everyone would make fun of me. Of course, what Tsubasa can't handle isn't the puking itself, but that everyone would see her do it. I know that now's not the time to be embarrassed, and that there is a part of me that wants to get out there and fight with you.
But I can't handle getting teased for my puking anymore.
Her voice is trembling. She must have suffered a lot because of her nervous stomach. Hang on, my VTuber got messed up. I don't know why sometimes it just loses tracking. It just loses its tracking. I'm here if you want to talk about it. You must have been through a lot because of your ailment. I don't mind telling you, but it's kind of a bummer. I needed to eliminate Tsubasa's hang-ups with her vomiting and get her to join the fight. We gotta try this again.
You want to know my nickname in grade school? It was Pukette. All the bullies in my class made fun of me for my puking. Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? I lost friends every time I puked in public. Like how someone who I thought was a friend would one day start calling me Pukette. Or how the boys would loudly exclaim how the class smelled like puke. It was hard each time I lost a friend, and it made me sad.
Good.
We wouldn't make fun of you.
I trust you, but I don't know about the others. A few of them could be mean. What if they gave me another cruel nickname?
Oh, that didn't work?
Don't worry, they're all good people. There's nothing to be scared of.
How can you even say that? You've only known them for 2 weeks. Stop making things up. This is a serious issue for me. Damn. I have to retry the whole thing?
You want to know my nickname in grade school? It was Pukette. All the bullies in my class made fun of me for my puking. Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? I lost friends every time I puked in public. Like how someone who I thought was a friend would one day start calling me Pukette. Or how the boys would loudly exclaim how the class smelled like puke. It was hard each time I lost a friend, and
We wouldn't make fun of you.
I trust you, but I don't know about the others. A few of them could be mean. What if they gave me another cruel nickname? If someone ever called me Pukette, I'd probably puke and cry on the spot. No! I'm too scared. I can't do it. I don't want to get ostracized for puking anymore.
I was supposed to say I'll puke too? I was supposed to say that? Oh my god.
You want to know my nickname in grade school? It was Pukette. Oh, do you know how
Come on, let me just skip through this.
It was hard each time. That's why I decided before I went.
We wouldn't make.
I trust you. Few of them could be me. What if they gave me another cruel nickname? If someone. No! I don't want to get ostracized.
Apparently that's the right option.
I'll puke with you.
If you puked on your own, you'd stand out, so I'll puke with you. That way we'll both share half the attention. No way I'm letting anyone willing to fight for their loved ones get ostracized for puking.
They're gonna have to make fun of me too.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being serious. I mean, I'll puke for you right here, right now if you want me to.
Tsubasa stared at me as if she were trying to figure me out. I gave her a meaningful look as I could in return. I won't let Tsubasa go through this alone. If she gets made fun of, then so will I. Clearly you don't understand the way into a woman's heart. You must puke for her. I continued to meet her gaze in silence. I had a feeling that if I looked away now, she'd close herself off again. 1 minute, then 2. I continued to meet her gaze without even blinking. And suddenly her expression relaxed as if I had gotten through to her.
I see. You're stupid, aren't you?
You with me? Are you crazy? How did you get like this? It wasn't the reaction I was expecting, but I got her to smile at least. I don't know how long it's been since I had a real heart-to-heart with someone. I try my best to hide my feelings from others. Wait, what did she say? I try my best to hide my feelings from others because I'm afraid of puking. I would have never have imagined this. Tsubasa looks so cheerful and friendly, but underneath it all, she's actually very troubled. I'm sorry, Tsubasa. I'm sorry for asking you to fight when I didn't know everything you've been through. I had no idea how tough things had been for you. As long as you're in this school, I'll never let you feel lonely. Wait, hold on. Are you saying you see me as some kind of charity case? Should I not be? Life hasn't been that hard for me. Granted, things didn't go well at school, but I still had a place I felt like I could belong. A place where Tsubasa feels like she belongs, if memory serves. Apparently her grandpa runs a workshop. I'll skip through this.
Huh?
Do you mean your grandpa's workshop? How did you know that? Takamaru told me. You hung out there every day, he said. Yeah, tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop was always the highlight of my day. So you don't need to worry about me that much. People can get by well enough as long as they have one place they can belong. Tsubasa's face lit up the moment she began talking about her grandpa's workshop. They really don't trust the audience's memory. They always do flashbacks like that. They always do that. It must be the most important thing in the world to her. If it's anything like how Karua is to me, then... Do you mind sharing what it was like spending time at your grandpa's workshop? If her grandpa's workshop is the thing that matters most to her, then maybe that can be her reason to fight.
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check. All I can think about is not letting anything make me puke. But I can finally be myself when I'm tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop. Machines are really fascinating and let me forget about the world. I'd get covered in oil every day, helping my grandpa with his
Okay,
work.
that didn't work.
I see.
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check. All I can think about is not letting anything make me puke. But I can finally be myself when I'm tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop. Machines are really fascinating and let me forget about the world. I'd get covered in oil every day, helping my grandpa with his work. Of course I failed a lot too, but Grandpa would always cheer me up with his belly laughs. Fail as much as you want, Tsubasa. Star players make mistakes, but they make the big plays too. No matter how much I messed up, he'd never kick me out, even when his...
Okay, that worked.
Your grandpa's really nice.
Yeah, my grandpa's the nicest grandpa in the world. He's a royal grease monkey who always protects his granddaughter. His workshop is his castle. My dream is to one day take over his workshop. I want to protect the place that's protected me all of my life. I just want to work on machines in my grandpa's workshop forever.
I was supposed to say that? Damn.
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check. All I can, but I'd get, of course I failed as much as Starp, no matter how much, even when his granddaughter was a...
Your grandpa's really nice.
Yeah, my grandpa's the nicest grandpa in the world. He's a royal grease monkey who always protects his granddaughter. His workshop is his castle. My dream is to one day take over his workshop.
I'm just straight up telling her the workshop might get destroyed.
His workshop might get destroyed.
Remember what Saray said? If we don't fight, we can't protect what matters most to us. Blah, blah, blah. Well, wasn't he just lying? As shady as Saray may have been, I don't think everything he told us was a lie. The Tokyo residential complex was attacked by tons of invaders before we were brought here. Our loved ones being in imminent danger might well be true. So my grandpa's workshop is in danger too? It's entirely possible. No way. Almost at 100. I took a step closer to her and stared right into her eyes.
If you want to protect your grandpa's workshop, then there's only one thing for you to do. Find the courage to fight the invaders.
But can a coward like me do that?
Don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. We'll protect what's important to you together. So just protect us in return. Come with us. And protect what matters most to us together.
Persuasion complete. Fighting to protect humanity, to protect my grandpa and his workshop. Can someone like me really do that? Of course you can, and you don't have to do it alone. We can make it through this together. I'm not making any promises, and I'm gonna need a little more time. But I won't run from the truth or write myself off anymore. I'll think about what it is I really want, and what I need to do to make it happen. Is that okay? Sure, that sounds great. Okay, and thanks, Takumi. I think I'm gonna end stream here. My voice is getting tired from all this dialogue reading. And it's